Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing great. So in this video, I wanted to go over my podcast and not really go over, certain things or what it's about, but how I think and I speak as I'm with that person. You can have an awesome experience with stuttering. Oh no, I don't have emotions. No, it's messy. I just want to help people. Don't let that certain small instance screw up your whole day. With that, firstly, I mainly wanted to do it to show people out there you can do hard things. And for me, speech, it's hard almost all the time, but I have to kind of think back and be, okay, I've been on there. I've sat with a lot of people. I've met people who know people and know people, which is super cool. But to actually to kind of sit back and just kind of see them for who they are and what things they also had to learn from, had to do this and not be able to do that, do this, and I'm like, and you're still doing it, and I'm like, that is so sick, so mainly I'm super open to how whoever has to kind of think, because certain things that actually work for me and how I actually live, it's going to help me, and I'm hoping it helps whoever out there, like, oh, I didn't see it that way. Oh, awesome, right? Because I've had that with whoever I saw. I'm like, yeah, I see that now. Wow, it clicks. I'm like, yes, right? But how I actually sit with certain people. So I will tell them, that if we're just sitting there and I'm blocked on something, and I'm like, hey, if you know what I'm trying to say or hop into it, please, because it's gonna help me, and it's gonna help you, to actually hop into it first, because I will kind of talk about things they all already know. And as I meet whoever out there are people who actually, they'll talk more about things they know or they want to actually speak about. And I'm like, yes, exactly, right? So with that, I just kind of, hey, just hop onto it. And of course, I'll hop in there and be like, yes, I'm the exact same way. Or if I've done a certain thing they hopped into, I'll say how I see it, because there are so many people out there who don't see it that same way. They're like, oh no, I did that, and here's how I see it. I'm like, hey, that's awesome. But you have to be open to you have to be open to how other others think. And so I would say for sure, I try and eat half an hour okay, just eat, right? Because for sure we have to use so much more, and it's just so much more. So if we eat on point, you'll be like, woof, up there. And I'd say now to be on camera, because you're on the spot. You have to act a certain way, because you're not sure who else out there who will actually see this and be like, no, this guy said this, or he's acting a certain way. I would say I don't have ego, but I know who I am. And if someone's like, hey, hurry up and spit it out, I'm like, I'm trying to, do you want to help me out, right? like as in, you know, spit it out, right? And then they're like, what the heck? Yeah, this guy's weird. I'm like, yes, I am. You're welcome, right? Yeah, I think we are all weird in our certain way, like as in, oh, we don't like odd numbers or even numbers. I'm not saying it's weird, but if you speak to certain people, they will see it's weird. For me, I don't care. I'm like, okay, cool, that's an odd number, awesome. Like, I don't hold certain things in for that long and be like, no, it's got to be this way, because for sure that affects us for sure. Being on the podcast, it's very exposing to what we actually hold of the value, because if I'm gonna sit with somebody on a certain day at a certain time, I expect them to be there at a certain day at a certain time as well for me, you know. So I'm like, hey, how's it going? Hey, I'll see you soon, to actually make sure that they will actually be there. But I don't just sit with anybody. I sit with people who have learned something, and they can actually help out whoever from what they've learned, but not only what they've learned, but what they've had hard times with, that can help out so many other people in a great way, because we all have stuff we gotta overcome. And yeah, it's a whole thing, and it helps you with a purpose. For me, my purpose right now is to talk as much as I can, and I guess show people that you can do hard things, no matter how you look, how you speak, how you talk, how you do XYZ. You know, if it's getting done, it makes sense, and it's helping out whoever out there, that's all that counts, in my opinion. But I hope that helped you out. If you actually want to know more, you can kind of write it down below, and I can kind of hop into more if I do a certain thing here, if I speak to a certain person about this, how I have my camera and I have this back here, right there. You know, I'll be here. So I hope that helped out, and if you are trying to learn, you know, like a lot more things, you just let me know, and I can help you out to the experience that I have, because you can't help somebody if you haven't already learned or know about certain things, right? But I hope that helped out, and have a great rest of your day.